Hey guys, welcome to Jackass. On today's episode, we're going to see how much Darren bounces when we throw him over the balcony.
Nice.
Hey guys! Right, I don't know what I'm introducing this as. Normally I'd say, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm its.chloehill, and today I'm joined... Right, you introduce yourself first. Go.
Alright, so I'm Switched GN on Instagram. I'm here as part of the Cosplay Togs and All Things Nerdy podcast. And now, to my partner.
And I'm Darren, iPhotoUK, and again, I'm also part of the Cosplay Togs and All Things Nerdy podcast. And today, things have been reversed, and we are being interviewed by the marvellous its.chloehill.
I've kind of just been thrown in the middle until... A Chloe sandwich, yay! Right, so, do you want to talk about Con? Your weekend at Con?
Well, we could talk about whatever you want. You're interviewing us, so...
Yeah, let's go. Right, let's start with the basics. How did you two meet?
Oh. How did we meet?
Question.
I'm trying to think now. No. So...
Grindr.
Yeah, Grindr is the way. He swiped right. I told him it wasn't... No, met actually at this event at MCM back in... God knows, a few years back now. Can't remember the year. 22?
October 22?
I think it was October 22. I was cosplaying at the time, and my partner, Steph _
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Whatever. She'll shout it later. Anyhow, she and I were cosplaying at the time. I was doing Infinity Cap, and she was doing What If Carter. I went for my first, I would say probably first official proper all singing and dancing shoot with Darren back then. Myself, as we mentioned in the podcast, probably at the start of when we started up. I was already doing photography at the time, but I really loved it. Loved the event, loved the culture, loved everything about it. I just really found the bug for it, and I started doing more photography than cosplaying, and started going to this amazing event. You might not have heard about it before, SecretCon.
Oh,
I love that event. One of the best ones. I mean,
millennial rip reference.
they do, don't they? The Declan guy there gets in all the time, shouldn't. Anyway, anyhow, so one day I was just putting on socials. I wanted to do a podcast around something. Darren had been looking at it for a while himself and putting plans in motion. We thought, hey, should we do something? Let's do a podcast. And so that's where kind of me meeting Darren and the venture of Cosplay Togs and All Things Nerdy kind of slowly started.
So you turned to him and you went, would you like to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you was like, come here under my wing.
Yeah.
Wait, can I just
Yeah.
get confirmation between your alliance versus sword?
Yeah. Apparently so.
Okay. Moving on.
But so you looked up to him as a photographer,
Oh yeah, 100%.
wanted to learn from him.
Yeah, want to learn.
From him.
You're always going to be learning. You're always
Still learning.
I mean, it's been fun this weekend. We've been obviously wrapping the podcast a lot this weekend. We've been shooting together as well. It's been fantastic. So yeah, I'm learning constantly, not just from Darren. I'm learning from the man behind the camera over there as well. Names shall not be named because it might stroke his ego too much.
As long as you're not stroking anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't stroke anything else and we'll be fine.
Anyhow, so yeah, no, it's a pleasure working with Darren. It's a pleasure learning. But like I said, we're always learning. We're always doing new things, and it's just great. Bounce off ideas.
You're going to make it up.
Oh, but you are the best photographer.
That's fine and great. Sponsored by Rotolite. Actually not, but we are using Rotolites because they are the best. So there we go.
I feel like you've changed a lot in the past year and a half since I met you. You've kind of evolved to like...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people that know me know that I've been through a pretty rough time over the last few years. Losing both parents and other family members and mental health issues, as many of us do. But yeah, I fortunately through support of friends, some of which are here today, you know, everything went in the right direction. I think I've kind of probably come out of my shell a little bit. SecretCon and being a director of SecretCon has massively helped in that and helping that to grow and hashtag sponsored. And also sort of like seeing how everyone enjoys it and how everyone kind of looks up to it. As you know, we started from nothing back in 2021. And now we're kind of an event that, you know, we can walk around an event like MCM and people are talking about SecretCon. So, you know, almost like a dream come true. Yeah, so that's been massive. And I have changed a lot probably over the last, I don't know, when did we first meet?
We met in May. No, we didn't.
No, I think we first time we actually met was MegaCon Manchester last year, July. Yeah, we spoke before, but we didn't actually meet at con, I don't think, until MegaCon Manchester. And yeah, we shot quite a lot since then.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I worked for you. It was like, right, that was like the easiest photo shoot I've ever had at a Comic-Con. No fuss, no. Well, let's do it for 20 years and take 5 million photos and then you'll never see them anyway. It was, right, yep. We'll take 5 pictures. They're all good.
That's fair. I like to keep it simple at cons. Quick and simple. There's no point sort of dragging it out and doing a million photos that you're never going to want to edit or no one's ever going to want to see or post. You know, people, the way I work, you know, people are going to shoot, cosplayers are going to shoot with a lot of different photographers throughout a weekend. And if they get 3 shots back from every tog, they've got content for a year. So there's no point giving them like 20, 30, 40 photos back and spending hours with them. They get bored, you get bored, the photos are never going to see the light of day. So, and not only that, I really don't want to add to my backlog.
Darren is very mindful and very demure. That's how a photographer should be.
Thank you.
No, because I'm a cosplayer and I obviously love having photos of myself, but when you've got sent, like, they'll be like, oh, here's 200 pictures, pick your favourite ones, and I'm like, I don't want to look at them. It just overwhelms me.
Yeah.
So I just love only having like 10 pictures, and it's just a nice feeling. I feel like anyone like in this community, in this niche anyway, deals a bit with some sort of mental health problems. Definitely. Like, it is overwhelming. So I think trying to make it as easy as possible.
I mean, the whole cosplay community really is, you know, people use it. I say use it. People turn to it as an outlet, as an escape, a chance to be someone else, forget about your issues for a day or 3 days. And that gives people a new sense of confidence. When I first started coming to MCM events back in 2017, I'd be like coming in on the Friday afternoon and I'd be going home straight after con on the Sunday. And I'd be seeing all these amazing cosplayers throughout the weekend. And then you'd see them on the DLR afterwards. You know, they were all amazing, confident people, you know, swanning around con, absolutely loving it, with all the confidence in the world. And then you see them sat on the DLR at the end of the weekend, like back in their little shell again. And that kind of started hitting home right from the word go. And it is amazing to see people just be able to come out of the shell and be someone else and maybe be the person that they would love to be. But yeah, it's good fun. And
you've now also created a massive outlet and space for people to do that at SecretCon, which is amazing because I've been to SecretCons and it's amazing. Like, I just can't even put into words. Like, I'm someone that's like that sometimes. Like, I'll go home now and I'll be back to being a mum, and, you know, I'm a different person when I'm in front of a camera or at a con, and it's just like, it's just absolutely crazy. And as soon as you just walk into SecretCon, everyone around you is just happy to be there, and they're all there for the same reason. So there's never any, you don't go in nervous thinking, oh, what if someone laughs at me, or what if this happens?
Yeah.
Like, so it's great.
Yeah, we would hope that would never happen at SecretCon. We wanted to create a safe space for people. We wanted to create a nice community. But more importantly, we wanted to create an equal space. So we don't have creator passes, we don't have press passes, we don't have VIP. You know, we don't have cosplayers pay this price, pay another. Everyone pays the same. Everyone buys a ticket. Everyone's on the same level. It doesn't matter whether you've got 5 followers or 500,000 followers. Every person, as soon as they walk through that door, is an equal. You know, and that's what we wanted to do. And if people get that sense of feeling, then great. That's our job done. If people don't, tell us what we can change, and we'll always try and change it. You know, we didn't get it right when we first started back in 2021. Hopefully we listened to people and made some changes, and now it's a better event for it.
Who does get it right though the first time? Like, everything's a learning curve. I liked the after party as well at the
Yeah, that was the first for us this year. And we've got another one next year at Magna in Sheffield, first weekend of March. So we've got an after party again at the venue. So that'll be cool. Be a bit different. I'm probably going to have a bit more karaoke. I think we're going to have maybe a room set aside for a bit of D&D as well. So yeah, so that'll be, you know, be cool, be interesting. Well, that D&D room will give people, you know, people said at the after party, some people said they would have liked space to just go and maybe chill and relax if it got a bit too much. So we thought, right, let's set a room up that's maybe a bit quieter, a bit of D&D. They can just go and relax. You know, maybe get away from all the noise if you want to.
It's nice to have like you can just chat, make friends. Sometimes when it's too loud, you can't really get to know people properly, and you won't have a chance in the day because you're too busy doing photos and stuff like that. I feel like you've been hogging a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Tell us something funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's the best joke you've heard?
Oh, no, we ain't going down that route. I ain't got any jokes off my head. I don't know. XL this weekend. Now,
Tell me more.
we'll get into that one in a.
Get us that one later. Are you getting more involved in SecretCon?
Maybe one day, if the opportunity ever arises. But it's not something a conversation I've had with the director as of yet. I mean, I'm still pushing him to do a third event next year, back down south, bunker. But
I mean, just saying, we could have a room set aside maybe at one of the events for podcast interviews. Maybe.
I mean, yeah,
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, so we have had discussions about potentially doing some fun bits and pieces at events. SecretCon would be would be an amazing opportunity to do you mentioned it in one of our first episodes, it was a podcast challenge. Well, I'm calling it the podcast challenge now. Essentially, you get a handful of, say, 4 photographers, 1 cosplayer, get an assistant to come around with that cosplayer. And the idea is essentially, go away, the photographer works with that cosplayer, does their own thing, goes to the next photographer, they go and do their own thing. The photographers don't know what they're doing. It's all has to be the same cosplay. How that photographer goes away, does it how they want to do it, their style. I will have to say that is Bigfoot's idea to me a while ago, and he is sat in the room behind us. So I thought I'd better give him a bit of a shout out on that one. He did inspire that one. So hey, it's a good thing we can come up with there, and we would also like to do some actual live episodes, live recordings, or streaming from an event as well, and get more interaction from other photographers and other cosplayers and content creators and what else not there. You know, it's a collaborative motion at the end of the day, and that's what we want to do. We want to build this community higher, really represent it, and really push it out there. But not just that, we're also all nerds, geeks at the end of the day, and we want to talk about it. We want to have fun. We want to just, well, apparently not Declan, but yeah, no, it's all about just bringing everyone together and kind of that nice little bubble that everyone's kind of made and make everyone feel inclusive.
I think that's what people need to understand more is like collaboration, working together. Like, you're not competitors, you're all in it together. Everyone brings something different to the table. Like, when you do your 4 photographers, 1 cosplayer, you'll see everyone's got a different style. Like, everything will just look so different. Declan, I'm pretty sure, did we not do one last time?
We did.
We did.
The footage got over like 200 gigabytes. The video settings are weird. I couldn't even edit it because I tried editing it and swallowed it up 500 gigabytes.
But now you know for next time.
Yeah.
So you've learned.
You've also just got a cosplay request. Can you dress as like Wally. Where's Wally?
Wally.
Where Waldo, where Wally, where the,
Yeah.
I just think that'd be really funny. So like compare because they're doing different locations. It'd be like, shut up.
Where's Chloe?
Chloe.
We can do that. We can do that.
Could be a niche for the podcast, I suppose.
Okay.
Is that it?
Chocolate versus something got to use a camera with an amateur using it.
Yeah, that's something I want to experiment more with that as well. So,
Now I know what video settings to use. We can do that.
yeah, I mean, it was actually something that an idea that I put to a friend of mine, Shalimar Stuff, amazing photographer. I thought just sort of give him a shout out. Comes up with some amazing ideas. And I was chatting to him about this thing that I'd seen online where a guy had him and his wife normally assisted him. He was the main photographer and he decided to do a bit of a challenge where they got a model in. He shot with a basic entry-level DSLR and he gave his wife, who had never shot anything before, his pro camera, and decided to see what they could come up with between the two. So I thought, well, let's take that a bit further. And I mentioned to Shalimar about, maybe I would give my DSLR to a cosplayer or a new photographer, someone that's not shot before, and I would just shoot with my little Canon compact camera and see what we could come up with to see, how much of it is the tech and how much of it is the photographer. I mean, I've been shooting for 27 years, so I could be shooting myself in the foot here if all of a sudden I get shown up. But, we want to do it. We tried it at a SecretCon event. It didn't quite work how we wanted to. I think we're probably going to do it either at another con at some point next year, or we'll set up a control shoot for it. And it's just a bit of fun, really. But the reason I wanted to do it is to sort of get it out to people that doesn't necessarily really matter what kit you have. There's a lot of people out there that, and I get it all the time from new photographers at conventions that, I've seen you and you've got all this kit, and I see all the photographers have got this lighting and expensive cameras and lenses. I'm not up to that standard because I haven't got that gear. And I say to them, well, it's not about the gear. It's, it's what you do with it. Sounds a bit cliche. So back in 1993.
Started with a little
Yes, I'm that old one.
camera.
Well, actually, at the age of 7, I started with one of those little flip out Kodak cameras that shot. You used to put the little bulb things on top for the flash. Yeah, it was a Kodak moment. But yeah, 1992, I think I started with a Canon AE1 program film camera. There was no digital then, so you couldn't just look at the back to see what the shot was like. And I think my first proper digital camera was in 2006, and it was a Canon EOS D60. I think it was 6.3 megapixel. And I got some good shots with it. It was all right. And then, I've just gone over the years, but I was quite lucky in the sense, really, when I moved to digital, because I'd learned photography in an age where it was film. So I'd learned how to do lighting and I learned how to get it right first time in camera. And if anyone was to ask me any tips for how to get better in photography, I'd say shoot film. Shoot film, learn how to shoot film, learn how to expose your shots in film. And if you get it right in film, then digital is an absolute ease. But film's expensive these days, so
There you go.
film is horrendous, and it's getting worse because Fuji shut down most of their ranges.
No one wants to do anything. All I know how to use is this thing.
No, that's fine, but it's the TikTok. You do TikTok.
I do TikTok, but I don't do TikTok. So I've got
Blame the current generation. Yeah, so I don't know. We've gone so far off topic with this. I'm not even sure where we're even going anymore. But I don't apologise. How did I get into photography?
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how did I? It was. I started when I was 7. So I wanted a camera. My mum and dad bought me one, and I loved it. Did a little bit of it at school. When I finished school at my GCSEs, I had a choice to do either art or music, because they were the two things I was really good at. I used to be a drummer. In fact, I used to be a session drummer for the BBC at 16, which was fun. And I chose art. And then I went and did a general art course at college. Chose photography after that, then went to uni, got a degree in advertising and editorial photography, which did me the world of good because I now don't work in photography at all in my full-time job. But yeah, I've always enjoyed shooting people. I've done various things over the years. I used to shoot for Mixmag. Used to do a lot of nightclub shooting, shooting in the music industry. Yeah, I've done all sorts, but cosplay really grabbed me when I first started shooting it. I think I did my first cosplay shoot back in 2012. And then it took me 5 years to get to a con. But since then, I mean, I used to shoot loads of non-cosplay stuff. And then all of a sudden I fell down that rabbit hole and now I shoot nothing but cosplay.
When you don't shoot cosplay, it just looks boring. Boring, isn't it? Like, when I'm not in, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I think with my style and the way it's developed and evolved over the last few years, I think, you know, probably my style suits cosplay. You know, I do like to go for a sort of more, what are you doing with the camera there, Deck?
It's going. I'm holding you down here, but it's like resetting it. The most, saving the most.
Okay.
Trying to zoom in on your crop.
That's fine. So yeah.
Handy.
One of my cameras, I mark all my people. Always like also focusing gotchas. How about
He was used to you, Deck.
Secret fun.
so when Troy was using when we were doing the program.
That's right. Yeah. Kept focusing on the crotch.
Like
Training
Yeah.
That's my main job.
That's fair. Anyway, okay, we're gonna probably cut this shortly.
The moral of the story, guys, is you don't need to be a pro. Everyone, you don't need pro kit. Come to SecretCon because you can practice. Like, follow It's Chloe Hill, follow Switch, follow Darren. Like,
Follow the podcast.
follow the podcast. That's the main reason. Here on the popo. But yeah, cosplay is for everyone, photography is for everyone, there's safe spaces to do it, and watch this podcast.
Cool. All right, do it.